So Sam gets killed off to make room for Lulu? Genius move. Because, Lulu was so incredibly charming before the coma. And now she's just so much better, especially with that oh-so-subtle everyone owes me vibe. Someone really needs to knock that self-righteous attitude down a peg. And Sasha taking money from Sidwell. Absolutely delightful. Real stand-up decision-making right there. Anyway, I'm not even going to pretend I watched the whole episode. Fast-forwarded through most of it, as usual, but I actually found myself enjoying Carly and Nina working together. Carly isn't acting like she's the second coming of Mother Teresa, finally, and Nina, not as brain-dead as usual. Who knew it could be so tolerable? Also, Portia's dress, gorgeous, absolutely stunning. But as for her scenes with Drew, hard pass, can't stand him, and I'm getting pretty over her being blackmailed every 5 minutes. I swear I fast-forwarded through that part too. But seriously, how did Drew even get dirt on Portia? Anyone want to explain that? And Lulu? Oh boy, someone needs to explain to her that she is not the most important person in the room. The constant bratty attitude is seriously making my skin crawl. I honestly thought Portia might get caught, but not like this. Definitely didn't want it to help Drew. That guy just keeps blocking her. I would have called security at this point. Now everything's coming out in the open, huh? Martin should have just spilled the beans to Lulu about Valentin. I mean, come on. She's his niece. She's going to do whatever it takes to find her daughter. It's a no-brainer. Anyone else would be hailed as a hero, but Lulu? Oh no, she's just a hero in her own mind. And then there's Lulu, the world-class spy. Sneaking into Martin's hotel room dressed as a maid? Seriously? No skills, no backup plan, and super sloppy. She's way in over her head, and it shows. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Martin Gray really should have thought ahead and locked his papers in a safe or something, right? I mean, anyone could break into his hotel room and find some incredibly juicy, life-altering info. Enter Lulu Spencer. Of course, none of this is any of her business, but that's never stopped Lulu before, has it? She's going to march right up to BrookLynn Quartermain, confront her, and demand answers, completely unaware of the full picture. And just to make things extra fun, Lulu is going to twist the knife and force BrookLynn to tell Dante Falconeri that she had his child and gave him up for adoption. Oh, and the kid's name is Gio. This is going to get so messy, so emotional, so explosive. I can't wait to see how it all unravels. Seriously, General Hospital is a masterpiece, and as much as I'm not a fan of Lulu, I can't help but laugh at the fact that she's the one who stumbles upon all this. And then there's Maxie. Honestly, I could see it coming from a mile away. The second Lulu spotted Martin with her mom, I knew she'd be breaking into his hotel room. Maxie, of course, was there for the perfect gotcha moment, suggesting Lulu might be into some role-playing. I mean, who am I to judge? But in a twist of fate, Lulu finds everything. All the notes from Lois's meeting. Not just the fact that Dante and BrookLynn had a baby, but she also discovers who it is. Poor Gio doesn't even know the truth yet. Naturally, Lulu's going to storm in and rip BrookLynn a new one. But what Lulu doesn't realize is that BrookLynn has no clue about the full scope of what Lulu's reading. This is going to blow up in ways no one's prepared for. Everyone's relationships are about to be affected, and Lulu's focus will only be on Dante and BrookLynn. Classic Lulu. And Willow? I can't stand her face or that annoying voice. She's got this weird cult mentality, and it's just too much. As for Brad, did he really think Lucas would just roll with everything? I mean, come on. Then we've got Sasha. Sasha. Everyone leave me alone, she says. Well, then leave already. Seriously. She drags Jason into her mess, then takes money from Sidwell, As if that's not going to come with strings attached. Spoiler alert. Jason's going to have to bail her out, and it's just exhausting to watch. They should have left Sasha and Cody alone. But Carly and Nina working together, pure gold. Honestly, the chaos they bring is entertaining as heck. And Drew, what is going on with him? Unless they're going to pull some Drew is secretly Shiloh twist, or he's been brainwashed again. I can't see how they get him out of this mess. Is there going to be a Who Killed Drew mystery soon? Because it sure feels like it's heading that way. I cannot stand what they're doing to Sasha. Seriously, what is the point of her character anymore? She can't catch a break. First, she loses her husband and baby, then falls for her cousin, has multiple breakdowns, and spends her days crying, lying, and basically being emotionally wrecked. But of course, here she is, getting all insulted because Jason wants to help her, only to then take an offer from Sidwell, a guy who literally almost killed her. Yeah, that makes total sense. Can someone throw this girl a bone for once? And don't even get me started on Lucas. Can we please talk about how awful he is as an actor? Between him and Brad's endless whining, that scene was beyond cringe. Just painful to watch. But hey, Sasha really shouldn't be shocked the Qs want access to her baby. She literally helps them keep Willow from her kids, but now she's acting all indignant that it's happening to her. Really? It's like she forgot how this works. I'm honestly kind of glad we don't have to watch them together anymore. Their scenes are just, As for Lulu finding out about Gio, honestly, who knows what kind of drama that'll cause. She might just decide to blow everything up, but at least it'll be entertaining. And Willow? My God, she's become a textbook example of selfishness. She's moved her kids so many times. I'm pretty sure even Wiley will have a hard time understanding why he can't just live a normal life. It's kind of sad at this point. As for Lucas, well, good for him for finally standing up for himself. Too bad Brad can't see that all his scheming and manipulation is just unnecessary. He could have just waited and been patient, but no, he decided to make things 1,000 times worse. Now, it's over, and I don't see them getting back together, ever. Meanwhile, Portia is getting a front row seat to Brad's mess. Drew's loving every second of it too. The guy's practically glowing with satisfaction as he watches Portia squirm. What he doesn't realize, though, is that Selena's going to come calling for repayment sooner or later, and that's going to be a fun little disaster. Drew's so obsessed with his petty revenge, he has no clue how bad it's going to get for him when the bill finally comes due. Oh, and Lulu? She's just foolish. I'm not even surprised anymore. But hey, Joss is getting a new WSB handler, so that's something to look forward to, right? Maybe a new love interest? That could be fun. As for Nina and Carly working together, yeah, that ship has sailed. Curtis better not protect Portia, though. If that leads to Drew disappearing like Cyrus did, I won't be mad about it. And let's talk about Sidwell for a second. I'm kind of enjoying that story. Sasha and Jason could be a good pairing. I'm actually into that romance. Now the big question, who planted the explosion at Sunny's? Drew? Selena? Whoever it is, it's only a matter of time before it all comes crashing down. Brad's been backed into a corner one too many times. Honestly, deep down, he wants to be a good guy. But surprise, surprise, the universe has other plans. Portia? Oh, she absolutely deserves whatever's coming her way. Brad just wants his person back. Can you really blame him? I'm not even mad at him for it. At least he had the decency to say something before jumping into bed with her. Don't count Brad out just yet, folks. His story's far from over. Now, Drew knows all about it, and you better believe he's going to use that info to his advantage. But here's the kicker. Portia's getting help from Eva, and if she figures out that Drew and Willow's mom had a little fling, she's got a perfect weapon to hold over Drew. That's going to be fun to watch. As for Brad and Lucas, the scenes with them are so cringeworthy. They just shouldn't be together, no matter how much we're supposed to believe in second chances. Brad doesn't change. Ever. Drew, he's not just despicable, he's downright evil. I can see it in his eyes. Willow, oof, she's playing a cruel game. Poor Michael's out there getting himself together, and Willow can't wait to jump in bed with Drew at every turn. Forget the kids, right? She's just as bad as he is. And Sasha? Honestly, let her be. The woman's been through enough. Leave her alone already. Dear writers, for the love of all that is decent, let Brad finally get his act together. I'm rooting for him, at least with Lucas. He deserves better than this mess. And Lucas, props to you, buddy. Well done. You can do so much better than Brad, the master manipulator. Time to move on. Oh, and Portia, watching her squirm is pure entertainment. Drew keeps claiming he's not after revenge, but we all know that's a lie. He's clueless about what he's really doing. I have a feeling a murder mystery is on the horizon, especially since Sidwell's plan already failed and Sidwell's not the type to go down without a fight. Plus, Selena's going to show up demanding payment from Drew. Seriously, the guy has zero allies, except maybe Mousy Willow. Drew whodunit mystery. Who's the killer? The stage is perfectly set for a Drew whodunit. The tension's so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Oh wait, maybe that's how it happens. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a moment to imagine just how this could all go down, and most importantly, who the likely suspects are. First off, the usual suspects: Carly, Nina, Jason, Tracy, Curtis, Portia, Cody, maybe even Willow, though she'd only turn on Drew if she suddenly realized her brain's been scrambled like an egg. And let's be real, are we really missing anyone? Of course not. This is a soap, not a guessing game. But now, the twist. Hold onto your hats, folks, because it's Scout. Yes, Scout, the one person we all didn't expect. How's that for drama? So here's how it goes. Poor Scout reaches her breaking point after being silently tortured by everything she's witnessed. She's been holding it all in like a champ, but now she's starting to see Drew as the ultimate bougie man. No, really, in her mind, Drew's the embodiment of every horror story she's ever been told. So in a blind panic, she grabs a knife to protect herself from this monster and stabs the poor guy right in the chest. The kicker? She doesn't even realize what she's done until Drew's very dead on the floor, cold as a cucumber. Cue Alexis. No, wait. Scratch that. Danny and Rocco enter stage left, and they're like, oof, we've got to get you out of here, girl. They convince Scout it was all an accident, and of course, she can't say a word. But here's the fun part. We don't get the full story right away. Oh no, like a true whodunit. Everyone becomes a suspect, and we all get to sit here, completely clueless, while the shocking truth slowly unfurls like a very messy melodramatic flower. But what if we throw in a few curveballs, like Aunt Stella? Oh, you didn't see that coming, did you? Imagine this. She marches into Drew's office all high and mighty, ready to lecture him about the importance of not messing with her family, and Drew, being Drew, starts verbally attacking her. He's going off, and for the first time in forever, Stella actually snaps. He turns his back for 1 second, and bam, she knocks him upside the head, hard enough to put him down for the count. Later, she calls Tracy, and together, they cover it all up. It's like a buddy cop movie, but with less crime solving and more blackmail. Then there's Martin. Picture this. He sees Drew turning into a real-life villain, one of those dark, brooding types who think they can get away with everything. So Martin does what any decent person would, tells Drew he's done being his lawyer. But, surprise, Drew pulls the blackmail card. Oh, you know, the usual. Now Martin's stuck and can't walk away. So what happens next? He snaps. Martin, fed up with Drew's drama, especially the mess with Tracy, decides it's time for Drew to finally get his. Oh, and let's not forget Sasha. Because who else would be so petty and desperate? Drew finds out that Michael's the father of Sasha's baby and threatens to expose her. So Sasha does what any rational person would do in this situation. Poisons his food to make it look like a heart attack or stroke. Problem solved. So yeah, who's the murderer? Everyone's a suspect. And the mystery deepens. Just another day in the life of poor Charles, right? So what's the deal with Sasha's baby's last name? You'd think that since she's all about doing everything solo, she'd go with her own surname, right? But nope, she's sticking with her ex-husband's name. Kind of a weird flex, don't you think? You'd expect her to drop the Corbin baggage. Corinthos would basically scream who the baby's dad is, and Morgan? Well, that's taking the whole cover-up thing way too far. Honestly, how does anyone even manage to find love in Port Charles? It's like a 50-50th shot that you're either meeting your cousin, your long-lost sibling, or, plot twist, your own kid, or, your parent. Seriously, the writers seem obsessed with making everyone related. At this point, why not just update Sasha's name to Scorpio and slap that on the baby? Seems like it'd fit right in with the chaos. If this were old school General Hospital with all its juicy, over-the-top drama, Sasha would have zero hesitation in locking Sidwell down with a marriage proposal. Why? Oh, just so she could effortlessly tap into his powerful connections and keep her baby away from the Quartermains. And of course, when Sidwell inevitably meets his tragic end, because it's GH, after all, she'd smoothly inherit his fortune. Classic soap opera moves, right? Or plot twist, maybe Sidwell's actually her real father. Because, no one ever stays just a simple character on this show. Lucky or Jonathan Jackson, really? I've never been able to see him as anything but a little boy, no matter how much they try to paint him as this desirable, mature man. Seriously, every time I see him, I'm just waiting for someone to hand him a juice box. And let's talk about the facial hair situation. If you're past the age of 30 and can't grow a full beard, do us all a favor and just ditch it. A goatee would at least be an improvement. It's not rocket science. As for Elizabeth, why on earth is she even considering bringing him back into her life as a romantic partner after raising their kid alone all these years? He's basically the human equivalent of a broken pencil. No point. The guy's proven time and time again that he's unreliable, so what exactly is she expecting here? Now, I'll give credit where credit's due. He did look surprisingly decent in that hospital bed scene. Best I've seen him look since his return, honestly. The scruff actually worked better than his completely clean-shaven look, which was so not doing it for me. It did make me wonder about his ex-wife, though. Wasn't he married to the actress who played Hannah? As for Elizabeth, I think she's just lonely. That whole old high school crush thing must be comforting, right? But let's be real, she's long moved on from Lucky romantically. And don't even get me started on Franco. I thought it was ridiculous at first, but honestly, Franco ended up being one of her most stable, loving partners. So yeah, as much as I love a good throwback, I think Lynelle too is a huge step back for Liz after everything she's been through. She deserves way better than that. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.